to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my videos. Shout out to all my subscribers. Special shout out to all my members. Thanks for being a part of the foodie community. You're getting early access to some content, exclusive content, special shout outs, and member shorts. Check out the link in the description box to join. I stumbled upon this video and I needed a refresher because I really can't remember Lamont and Dion's witness statements. This is a transcript from January 31st, 2023. It's a bond hearing. This is when Nesto this is only on the charges: theft by taking, operation of credit repair services, organization, and theft by deception. Carell Lewis was his attorney, and the prosecution side was Kevin Majeski and Jonathan Solomon. This woman played an R. Kelly song at the beginning of this live. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it. And she had a little animation of R. Kelly playing the keyboard. I just that if not for any other reason is why I can't get with this woman. But she's hilarious. She's funny, and I can't, knock any other content creators. So, I wish her the best, but hey, here we go. Let's listen and then I'll jump in as needed.
This is the charges that I think were dropped, but then I guess were picked up again, if I'm not mistaken, heard by the in person by the Honorable Judge Belinda E. Edwards. And it was done at the Fulton County Court. The State of Georgia versus Ernest Williams. Case number 22 SC 184403. Theft by taking, operation of credit repair services, and theft by deception. Let us begin. I'm going to try to do the different voices. If I'm not able to do the different voices, I'll go back to being regular. Can y'all hear me?
This video got 758 views. She posted it 7 months ago. Oh, y'all have to excuse my stomach if y'all hear my stomach. Y'all know what happens when you drink coffee. Sorry.
Is everybody sleeping in here?
Yeah, you're boring them.
Thank you, Nona. Nona is the only one that's awake. Thank you, Nona. All right, here we go. Thank you, Pepperoni.
Pepperoni.
This is indictment 22 SC 184403. Ernest Williams, the defendant, is present with his attorney, and presenting the state is Kevin Majeski, judge.
Why, Lord?
And Jonathan Solomon.
Why, Lord?
All right. Thank you. So the calendar reflects that we are here for a bond hearing, bond motion, and other motions. Is that correct? Yes, Your Honor. Bond motion, Judge. Just bond motion? Just bond? Yes, Judge. Yes, Judge. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yes. That was the state's understanding today. It was to be a bond hearing today, Judge. Are there any potential witnesses in the courtroom? There are, Judge. We'll be invoking the rule of sequentiation. I am, Judge. All right. So, anyone who is going to be called as a witness, you have to step outside the courtroom. And when you are called, you will come back in. So, if you are going to be a witness for either the defendants or the state, you have to step outside the courtroom. now. All right? Are there any preliminary matters that we need to get to before we start? Yes, Judge. One, just so I don't shock the court. Judge, I've never practiced in front of you that I can remember. It's the norm. Thank you. Well, I'm visually impaired. So, from time to time, you're going to hear the squeaking voice back here. That's my visual assistant. That's Maria Hill, my paralegal. So, I call on her to read out the case number and some things like that. But I want you to know who she is. I don't want you to say, why is that hearing in the courtroom? Not a problem. As long as the court reporter can hear and understand, it's not a problem. Perfect. Thank you, Judge. Nothing on behalf of the state, Judge. Is there there's no more preliminary matters. When you may proceed, then you may proceed. Mr. Lewis? Thank you, Judge. Do you want me to stand or be seated, Judge? It determines by the court reporter. It's determined by the court reporter. If she can hear you seated, then you can remain seated. If the mic is on, it's your preference. I'll let her tell me what to do, Judge. Judge, I'm going to start with just a preliminary statement before I call the two witnesses that I have in this particular matter. My client is Ernest Williams, spelled Earnest, middle initial L, as in Larry, Williams, Jr. He is seated here by my right. Mr. Williams was arrested on two matters on July the 7th of last year. One of those matters was given a bond, and the other one was not given a bond. There is no restriction in the law that I saw that precluded the magistrate sitting at first appearance giving Mr. Williams a bond on both matters. While Mr. Williams was in custody on those first two matters, at several times, the police added additional warrant against Mr. Williams. Somebody just texted me. Sorry, y'all. Additional warrants against Mr. Williams. And because of those additional warrants, Mr. Williams has a total now of 6 cases that appears in the system. 2 of those cases are ending in 402, which is on the top of my motion that I filed, and one ending in 403, which the court announced upon taking the bench today are already docket before you. The other 4 matters should come before you, since they have Mr. Williams' name as a defendant, if the state goes forward on them. So that means they haven't been indicted yet? Yes, ma'am, that is correct. I brought that matter of my motions to you, involving the 402 case, which didn't have a bond on it, and one of the unindicted cases because, according to the law, you got jurisdiction over them. Uniform Superior Court Rule 3.3 says they should be yours. I understand that the court employs another process where it allows unindicted cases of a certain type to go before the judges sitting in a special designation. But the authorities rest with you. As long as Mr. Williams, since he is now already indicted to you. And so that is the reason I brought the case to you. Just a preamble. Before I bring the two witnesses to testify, Judge, what prompt to bring these matters to you is because of Aloya versus State in OCGA 17-6-1E. Both state statutes, as well as the case law in this state, address a person who is a defendant and the nature of the crimes that he is being accused of. And both the case law and the statute says that a defendant, a person who is accused but not convicted until the state meets its burden, has the presumption that he should receive a bond unless there is a factor that exists that the court feels or believes would prevent them from getting a bond.
Sound like Corell doing his job to me.
In the complaint case that I have before you, he's accused of conspiracy. I'm sorry. He's accused of, in essence, of being part of a crime involving conspiracy. He's accused of 5 acts of that in that one complaint. 2 of them, the judge have a $10,000 bond on each, meaning a total of 20. And the other 3 acts, the judge have no bond on. Let me see. Stop right. You're right. Here. Because I want to be clear. First, I want to be clear on the unindicted case that you appear to be saying to me you want a bond set for the indicted cases as well as the unindicted cases that have not already had bond set? Yes, ma'am. Okay. So, for the record, then we need to have all of these cases on the record. And in addition, I need to have the state stating that they have no objection to this being global request for bond for the indicted cases that are before me and the unindicted cases that are before me that do not have a bond on them. Yes, ma'am. I'm forgetting the voice, y'all. Yes, ma'am.
Why she decide to do
with
voices?
respect to one of the unindicted cases, it is already a matter of record. It was my motion that I filed that I did serve a copy upon the state. And with respect to the other matter, Judge, when he came before you last, remotely, both myself, I mentioned the fact. Wow, we getting text messages.
Sylvia proceeds to ask her viewers if they know how to silence an iPhone.
Help.
This lady.
She said she has no idea. Okay. So, with respect with one of the unindicted cases, it's already a matter of records. Okay, I already read that one. Hold on, let's go down. The state says, and Judge, this is the state, y'all. Gotta do country voice. And Judge,
that's a country voice.
If I can interject really quick to address what the court has said just a second ago. In fact, Mr. Lewis is correct. We did state when he appeared for a plea and arraignment, he is due a bond on 3 charges in this particular matter. And we have no objection to a global hearing of these bonds today, too. I'll settle the matter. I think kind of us moving forward as well as global. Cooper, it's on my it's not the phone. It's on the computer. It's on my lap. Okay, this is the list that I have. The current case is 22SC184403. Then the other indicted case is 22SC184402. The unindicted case are 22CP12100500, CC 22CP2110P215407. That's correct, Judge. Between you and the prosecutor, Judge, you have got rid of half of the request time that I needed. Thank you. That's correct, Judge. That's everything I have as well. All right. That having been said, Judge, I have terminate the rest of the prima ample and move on straight to witnesses. Proceed. Did the state want to make any statement before he calls his witnesses? No statement at this time, Judge. All right. Who is your first witness? You want me to finish it? I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish. Okay. I didn't know that you wanted me to do. So, in summary, we're asking the court to make a modification to one of the bonds because the bond order that was issued by the state leaves off persons that the state wants my client to have no contact with, and also exclude him having contact with his own wife. I think it's a. Okay, listen, I'm getting ready to delete this person. My apology. I wasn't there when that actually occurred. The rest of the bond matter, Judge, are those that we are simply need a dollar amount placed on it so that he can move forward. And I am all ready to call my first witness. All right. Thank you. Judge, defendant called Lamont Earl. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Lies.
To help you, God?
Lies.
I do. You may have a seat. First, for the record, go ahead and state your first name and last name and spell it as well. Earl. E-A-R-L. Last name? Dunbar. D-U-N-B-A-R. Mr. Lewis begins asking him questions. Mr. Lamont L.
Lamont.
I want you to continue to use that outside voice for the benefit of the court reporter, okay? Okay. You've been giving us the spelling of your last name. Spell your first name, please. E-A-R-L. Spell your last name.
This lady
for me,
goes
please.
so slow. Oh, she goes so slow.
D-U-N-B-A-R. Sir, are you familiar with the person who is seated next to me? Yes, I am. Who is that? Nesto. Yes, and how long have you known this young man? About 20 years. Where do you reside? Meaning, in what city and state? I live in Atlanta, Georgia. Have you resided in Atlanta, Georgia all those 20 years? Yes. Tell the court what you know about Nesto's family and other ties to this city and this state. For the record, Nesto is the defendant. That's who you're referring to, correct? Yes, ma'am. All right. You may proceed. Can you repeat that question again? Yes, sir. I can.
You want to make sure you get his
Tell the
lie
court,
straight.
if you will, what you know about Nesto's tie to this city and this state. Well, I know him as a business owner to own several shops here in the local area. For the last 20 years, that's what I've known of him. To have several different businesses.
Several different.
Okay. What kind of businesses or shop?
Any of them successful? Any of them profitable? Any of them actually contributing to the betterment of the community?
I'm familiar with the 24-hour barbershop. The other barbershop located in Buckhead and the street of Buckhead. Okay. What about family in the state? As far as his wife and children? Yes. I'm familiar with his children, Dion, and I'm familiar with his wife, Shirley. Wonderful. During the 20-year period time, do you know Nesto have committed any felony? No, I don't. Is it that your understanding is he is a felon? I wasn't aware of that. And you said his children
Remember, weren't y'all in jail together?
name is Dion? Is that a son or a daughter? A son. And you yourself, sir, do you engage in any business dealing with Nesto? Or are you just an acquaintance? Acquaintance. Mr. Lewis, move. A moment. One moment, Your Honor. Okay. Are you familiar with any other types of charitable activity or things engaged by Nesto? Well, he had some charitable events in the local area for the homeless and that sort of thing. Can you describe one of those? He had a free haircut charitable event for homeless people.
Just one? Just one? Just one.
Okay. Now, I have one clarifying question. You mentioned that he owned barbershop. You defined two of them. Is he the barber or is he the owner of the shop? Well, he's the owner as far as I know. I've seen him cut before, but that was only at the 24-hour barber shop. I've seen him maybe once or twice cut, but as I know, he's the owner.
So if you want to know if Nesto cuts hair and if he's actually good at it, you can ask Earl Lamont Dunbar.
May I ask you,
his jailmate.
What's your profession? What profession are you in? Sir? Technology.
Oh, okay.
So this is not Lamont, y'all. Oh, this is Lamont.
Girl.
This is Lamont.
Something wrong with that lady.
This is Lamont, y'all.
Yeah, Lamont said he into tech.
Technology as and things like the Geomas TV that's in there? Information system. Understood. Thank you. No further question. That was it? That was all the question he had? Oh, Lord. Okay,
That's what I'm saying.
Any question from the States? And the States said, only one, Judge. Cross-examine. Mr. Majewski says, was it Mr. Dunbar? Lamont Earl Dunbar? Yes. I want to make sure I got this right. Sir, how did you meet Mr. Williams?
In jail.
Through a mutual friend. Where was that you met him? Buckhead. Nothing else, Judge.
Lamont.
Anything?
Lamont set up that and straight up lied. What are the chances they met through a mutual friend and then ended up in jail together? Not likely, right?
Else from the defense counsel for this witness? No, Your Honor. All right. I want to thank you for coming. You are officially excused, which means you can leave the courtroom or you may remain. You can remain. It's your choice. Thank you, Your Honor.
I bet he got it on out of there, too. Hightailed it out.
Defense call Mr. Deon Williams. Raise your right hand. Do you swear to or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? To help you God.
To help you God? Oh, God, this lady's horrible.
Yes. Have a seat. Now, go ahead and state and spell your first name and last name. My name is Trinantia.
Oh, my God.
T-R.
Oh, this lady is horrible. Oh, my God. She's horrible. I know you can be a successful content creator and not know how to read that well. I know you can. But God, dog.
Name is Trinantia. I don't know how to say it.
Trinantia.
Tronta. Williams.
Hold on, y'all. Is it
Tronta. Williams.
So, Sylvia, 7 letters. You get Trinantia from 7 letters. Okay. And did you read an S on the end of that last name? Let's see if she says Williams with an S on the end from here on out, since she spelled it out. Okay? Spell it, sound it, say it. Y'all know she's moving her fingers. So she should be able to say Williams now with an S on the end and not William.
Mr. William.
Oh.
I would like to know.
Never mind.
I would like you to continue to use the outside voice while Porter can hear you clearly. Okay?
Excuse me, y'all.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for spelling your first name. Apparently, I've been calling you the wrong name. Everybody does. That's fine. Mr. William, do you know this young man who's sitting next to me? Yes, sir. Who is he? My father. How old are you?
Daddy wasn't there.
33. Does he have any other children? Yes, sir. He do?
30.
How many? 5 others.
Ooh.
Where do you live? In what city and state? Atlanta, Georgia. What about the other 5? They're all in the metropolitan Atlanta area. So in Georgia? Yes, sir. But all around the different cities around Atlanta, including Atlanta, like Cobb, Atlanta, DeKalb, those areas. Thank you, sir. Is he married? Yes, sir. Is he a convicted felon? Yes, sir. How long have you known him? Since I was 13, 20 years.
Damn, 13.
And how did you come to know he was your father? My mother introduced us. Wow, y'all. Did you hear that? Did you?
Listen at Sylvia. Listen at Sylvia, who's on Nesto's side. She's on Nesto's side, though, okay? She's on Nesto's side. Listen at her reaction.
How did you come to know he was your father? My mother introduced us. Wow, y'all. Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that? He didn't know his father till he was 13. Did y'all hear that? His mom introduced him. During the 20 years that you have known him, have you known him to engage first? Strike that. Strike that. You know.
She got the nerve to be taken aback and shocked by somebody's familial somebody's familial structure. What's your familial structure, Sylvia? Huh? Weird.
During the 20 years that you have known him, have you known him to engage first? Strike that. Strike that. You know him to be a convicted felon, correct? Yes, sir. During the 20 years that you've known him, do you know him to have engaged in any felonies activities? Meaning, did you see him or hear about him doing a felony? I have not seen him do a felony. I have heard about him doing a felony.
Rumor mill.
He said he didn't see it, but he heard he did a felony.
Rumor mill. Hearsay.
And is a felony that occurred in the last, let's say, 15 years? No, sir. Now, is he married to your mom? No, sir. Is he married? Yes, sir. In what state does he live? Georgia. Has he lived in the state of Georgia continuously? Yes, sir. How does he earn a living that you know of? Well, he has a security company. He has a multiple barbershop. Now, since you kind of suggest that you were an adult, may I ask you what kind of work are you engaged in? I'm a barber. I have my own clothesline.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. That outside voice, please.
Ooh. So that voice got weak when he started talking about his businesses. Come on, Dion, speak up, boo. What you do for a living, dude? What do you do?
I'm a barber. I have my own clothing line. Thank you, sir. Now, what kind of businesses do you know him? I heard you say a security company and several barbershops.
This girl did not know how to read.
Yes, sir. Is he a barber? On and off. He picks who he likes to cut. Not on, off. But he picks the particular clients that he cuts.
The celebs.
He's a finicky person.
So he cuts when he's filming his canceled reality shows and YouTube videos. That's when he decides to cut.
Thank you, sir. Now, have you ever known him to do anything with the community? Yes, sir. Can you tell the court about it? He tends to want to give people help.
Okay.
He gives out clothes. He gives out advice. He gives out shelter. He gives out opportunity.
Shelter, you say?
You just covered 3 things there. I want to go back and dig in at least 2 of them. When you say he gives out opportunity, explain it to us. Explain that for us. If you don't have a job, he'll try to find a way to get you one. If not, he'll give you one himself, even if it's just taking out the trash.
Oh my God.
And when you say he gives out advice other than to you, does he do that in an organized sort of fashion? Or does he just do it like me and stand in the corner?
Is this Krill asking these questions, or is this Majeski? Because this sounds like they're leading to this credit repair business, this social media, improving your social media type of thing, false promises type of thing. This is Krill asking these questions. I know it is, but it just sounds like the prosecution.
And tells people that what he's thinking? I'm not gonna even lie. He does both. Have you ever known him to participate in any organization that do charitable work? Yes.
They cannot read.
He has taken me to an event with him to speak to youth at a ranch. Oh, that's Steve Harvey. You know that, right, y'all? He said it was at a ranch. You know that's Steve Harvey, right? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. In Georgia? Yes, sir. And
is that when Nesto was trying to hip Dion onto the mentoring thing, and what Dion say he wasn't for the quote unquote mentoring?
What? And that ranch where you spoke, he took you to, is that an opportunity, or is it an advice, or is that giving away of clothes? What's going on there? With this particular situation, it was a bunch of young kids, youth-wise. I told you I was Steve Harvey's thing. Didn't I tell y'all? I told y'all.
You so smart.
People. Okay, oh, sorry. We went down to talk to them about life. You know, most people don't listen. Most people do. It's just depends on the type of group you're talking to. And to the people that's talking to them. Your Honor, no further question for this witness.
Okay.
Anything from the state? Just one question, Judge. Mr. Majeski comes up. Mr. Williams. Yes, sir. Hold on, I forgot my voice. Sorry. Mr. Williams.
Oh, come on.
Yes, sir. It's Trantanite. Trantanita. Whatever.
What in the heck is wrong with this Riri? She is a Riri. First, she gave the man a Nubian name. First, she gave Triante Dion William a Nubian name. Now she giving the man a Native American name.
Williams. Yes, sir. Mr. Williams.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
She said it with an S.
Hold on, I forgot my voice. Sorry. Mr. Williams. Yes, sir. It's Trantanite. Trantanita. Sorry. So, all of Mr. Williams' children reside here in Georgia. Is that your testimony?
Who this lady?
Say that one more time. All of Mr. Williams' children reside here in Georgia. Is that your testimony?
That's how Majeski talk.
Thank you very much. Anything else from defense counsel for this witness? Yes.
Do all of them? I thought Miles lived somewhere else. I don't know. I'm just asking. Do y'all know? And who are the other 5 kids? They got Dion's brother. We got Laverte, who's the oldest. I believe Miles is the youngest. So Dion, Dion's brother. Laverte is the oldest. Miles is the youngest. Keisha. And who's number 6? I thought I heard that he had 6 kids, and I couldn't think about who the other one is. This is crazy.
Just to redirect.
He only claimed 2.
Mr. Lewis comes back up to him. I understood your testimony to be that you reside in Georgia and 5 other children reside in Georgia, in the metropolitan Atlanta.
How does Dion know that?
Yes, sir. I would be the 6th child.
Huh?
And do you know that the 6th child, all of his children? Huh? Do you know that 6 children are all of his children? Okay. We all look alike. So he's asking him, do he know that for a fact that all the children belong to
No,
Nesto?
he does
So he said we
not.
all look alike. So
No, he does not know
I guess
that.
that's the understanding they have. He says, okay, I understand. Let me clarify. I'm not attacking that you are 6 are his children. Are you saying that he doesn't have any other children at all? No, sir. He has a stepchild that's, I don't know, that's considered your child? Is that considered your child?
No.
He's asking the attorney that question. So I guess he forgot about Shirley's child. So he had to ask the attorney that question. And the attorney says,
Dion, you don't know what blood children are. You don't count everybody he claims as a child. I mean, come on, Dion. Come on, Trinante.
it's whatever you want it to be while you're on testifying. Yes, he has 7 children then, if you include the stepchild.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Dion don't know.
That you know of. Yes, sir. Thank you.
She sure talking like Dion
Thank
talk.
you, Your
huh?
Honor. Any other question from the state? Nothing from the state. Nothing from the state. Judge, I want to thank you.
This lady sound like Alice from the waitress from the show Alice, or one of the waitresses from the show Alice.
For your comment today. You're officially excused, which means you can remain in the courtroom, or you are free to leave the building. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
All right, so I wanted to share with y'all Earl Lamont Dunbar, Nesto's former bunkmate and brother, and Trinante Deon Williams, his son's witness statements on the bond during the bond hearing, January 31st, 2023. This is only involving the charges theft by taking, operation of credit repair services, which that was a misdemeanor, and theft by deception. So theft by taking, theft by deception were the felonies. And Nesto was, thinking that this stuff was going to be dropped, but they processed it and they brought it back. He said Creel told Dre and told him that he got him dropped, which, in the review I read and I put in the membership, Creel is known to lie to his clients, so he could have lied about that. He only got him nolle pros, and they did bring them back. But Nesto knew they were going to bring those charges back. So I didn't want to make this too long, so I'm going to come back with Detective Fields' testimony, Creel's ending statement, and Majeski's ending statement. Or maybe it's going to be Jonathan, 88 Jonathan's statement about, Nesto's history and basically the end result of this bond hearing. I know you guys have a love and hate, hate relationship with Sylvia, but she is comic relief. I can't get with her because of the R. Kelly support, but she is comic relief, and she did play a part early on in the Nesto situation. Y'all hear how Lamont and Dion just totally tried to confuse the court, right? Both of their stories were just totally off. Lamont flat out lied. And how many kids does Nesto have? And do y'all think Krell did a good job? All right, well, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.